So the first one that's in the middle, the tallest one is her weight is where are we going? What is her weight, so before we get going? She's the tallest of them and the heaviest of them. I don't like to weigh your heifers blowing Kerry, so because she's actually 188 is her weight. And I suppose what difference does 188 kilos make? It's only a number, but I mean you need to base it on what your target weight should be and then work back from that. So the target weight for spring-born calves at this stage in the year is 180 kilos, so she's actually slightly above it. That's 30% of their mature live weight, and I'm saying her mature live weight is 550 kilos. So that means she should be at 180 kilos today. The second biggest one there then is actually a Jersey crossbred. She's out of WSY. She's 50% crossbred. Her EBI is €204, 54 for milk, 115 for fertility, and her weight is 156 kilos. So she's that little bit lighter, but again she's actually on target weight because I'm saying her mature live weight is as a cow is 480 kilo. So she's not actually, she doesn't need the same weight as the big Frisian because she's not going to be that weight when she's a mature cow. So she's actually on target weight. This third animal then, the smaller one, she's actually, her weight now is, I should say the second one was born, the Jersey crossbred was born the 30th of January and the big Frisian was born the 29th of January. But the smaller Frisian was born the 7th of February. No, only a week apart, but she's still that little bit lighter. Her weight is actually 115 kilos, and her target weight should be 180. So she's a lot behind her target weight, but yet she's born early. You know, she's still she's a pure Frisian. What do you say, man? Yeah, so there's obviously difference in cows. I think the small one is out of a heifer. That would account for a good bit of her weight. But still not enough for it all. I mean, she should have been better than she is. I suppose these came out of a herding superior this morning. There was 30 heifers in the field. They were all together. They weren't split up, and that's probably a big factor in it. So, these should have been weighed probably 2 months ago, or even 3 months ago, and split up. And the smaller one taken out, given a bit of preferential treatment, probably better quality grass, 1 or 2 kilos of meal. The other two are on target weight. They don't need meal. They're grand. But it's
for later on, as we move into October, November, will there be any difference in the management?
Yeah, I suppose they're all going to come into a shed. You definitely split up the smaller one, and there's probably another 3 or 4 out of that bunch of 30 that need a bit of TLC as well. They'll all get meal over the winter. They're going to go into a shed and getting silage, but silage alone won't drive performance over the winter. They'll only do 0.4 or 0.5 a kilo per day on even good quality silage. So they're going to need at least probably 2 kilos of meal per day. 1 to 2 for the ones that are on target, and the lighter one will need 2 to 3 kilos per day of meal. It's a high protein kind of a nut, like just give a bit of drive in it. But I suppose
the breeding side of things, then, is there differences in terms of EBI? Have you EBIs for the?
Yeah, there's EBIs from all. The larger Frisian has an EBI of €268. 74 for milk, 150 for fertility. She's out of WLY. It's actually the same size as the other one. They're both WLY, but this one is out of a heifer. She's a more British Frisian in her background. The other one is a bit more Holstein. The Jersey has, as I said, the €204. Again, 54 for milk, 115 for fertility. But while her EBI is lower, she is a crossbred. She's 50% Jersey. The EBIs in Jersey are lower. We haven't taken into account hybrid vigour and that, so they're all high EBI animals, you'd say.
Okay, any questions? Anyone on the dairy stock in the ring?
She didn't get scoured, did she?
She didn't get scoured, did she? The smallest one?
As a calf, I'm not sure now, to be honest.
Would you think something happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say no. I'd say no. Like, yeah, she's a bit rusty looking. I'd say there's minerals in the field. They're getting the licks, but yeah, I don't know. But you're going to get stock that aren't going to thrive as well as other ones.
Yeah.
But the point I make is that these were in the field and they all look smashing. It's only when we pulled her out and weighed her that she's actually behind. You think the other ones are actually way above target weight when you see her, but they're not. They're just bang on. So the lesson, I suppose, is that you really need to go through them, weigh them, and split them up, and that's probably should have happened back in June.
Okay. Any other questions on the dairy stock?
I suppose on a scour pint or worms, I mean they have been dosed for worms. They got selected into the year back in May, so they're covered again now until the first week in September. But they need to be dosed then again for the rest of the year.
What do you say, Conor? We didn't look at the maintenance figure for the maiden.
I have actually, yeah. So which one? The Jersey one? So the 1164, which is the crossbred, has a maintenance figure of €21. Sorry, €32. The Jersey. The Frisian, the tall Frisian, has a maintenance of €9. So there's €20 the difference in maintenance. And the smaller one then, number 90, has a maintenance of €9 as well.
Just
So the sire, that's probably driven by the sire now.
Just explain maintenance. When you say maintenance, what do you mean?
So there's every animal has an ABI, every animal has a maintenance figure. It's counted on the culling weight of the cows and coming back from the bulls. So it's dependent on live weight. So if you have a heavy cow, she needs a tall, big hefty cow, 600 kilos plus, has a high maintenance requirement because she's a lot of bones, a lot of flesh that needs to be fed. Whereas if you have a smaller cow, it needs less maintenance, so she'd have a higher maintenance figure. In euro terms, she's more valuable to you because you need less feed to keep her alive, and a higher proportion of her feed intake goes for production rather than maintenance. So I suppose what Conor is saying is some of the higher EBI cows can have a relatively low maintenance level because they need a lot of feed just to keep them going. So you should be looking at maintenance as well when you're looking at the EBI.
Okay, good. Okay, thanks, Aidan. Aidan is staying with us for the day, obviously, and we'll have further demonstrations after our pedigree each time.